Good morning.
You can continue talking, Dan. Tell us about.
Morning, everybody. I was just saying how I had a mishap with my round bottom banger here. I had dropped it on our rug after I had warmed it up, and it had melted a good portion of our rug. And
Oh no!
yeah, it was a bitch, man. It was a brand new rug.
Oh no!
Yeah, I caught some flack for that. But
I bet.
cheers, everybody. Hope you're all having a dank morning.
Cheers, everybody. Good morning.
Good
Cheers,
morning.
good
Good morning.
Is Baked working today?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Quick mute while I load up my tape here.
Well, we've got a
Taking care of the
limited
ladies.
crew today. So cheers, everybody. I hope you're having a great Saturday already. We here in Michigan had a major storm this week.
Yeah.
I don't know, it dropped about 3/4 of an inch of ice on everything. And lots of us are without power. So you'll see some of us today, some of us you won't because we don't have power. They don't have power, but those of us that do are here. And yeah, it dropped my, probably can't, there, you can see the branches just briefly. Dropped my cherry tree, my crabapple tree. So I went up to ride my Peloton for like half an hour, 45 minutes. And when I got back downstairs, it was like pulled right out of the ground, you guys. It's crazy. Just too heavy. So Justin Sequence did his job to cut it all up as best he could. Thanks to Growskis for the use of the chainsaw. And yeah, so it's been an exciting week here in Michigan this week. How'd you guys fare, Natalie and Astro?
Probably the best out of everyone, to be honest. So that's why we haven't been mentioning it in our like chats or stuff. We had power the whole time, and here in Kalamazoo, we got the freezing rain, and there is outages and downed limbs, but mostly it was just like a mix of rain.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we lucked out.
Well, happy birthday to Natalie. While
Thank you.
we're mentioning it, she's a big 2-5 today. We're all envious.
Yes. 2 5 times 2 plus 1.
Cheers,
Yeah.
everybody. I'm traveling to Cincinnati, so I'm in the truck. Sorry if my reception's bad.
And you see, you got a special guest there. You should introduce her.
Zena's always a special guest. Special all the time.
Up north
She's
here, we
gotta
didn't
be
have a lot of ice. We
gotta
had a lot
be
of
right
snow.
here the whole ride.
You guys got snow, Dan, you said?
Yeah, we didn't get much ice, but we did get a lot of snow up here. Maybe a little dusting of ice later on after the snow came, but nothing like you guys got down there where accumulation and power outages and such. So shout out to everybody who's dealing with that and trying to maintain your grows through that. It's very difficult. So keep on keeping on, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all you can do. We had rain where we were at, and we got like 2.5, almost 3 inches. Well, our basement flooded. Almost 5 inches of rain or rainwater came in, and had to move plants on the run and get the basement all fixed up. And still working on that. That's going to be a process, but thankfully nothing was too damaged. So
yeah, that's good.
And it looked like you were able to move your water out pretty quick. Huh?
And your grow, you were able to move.
Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, we borrowed a pump from a friend and pumped out the water, and then I was able to get all the plants moved to the second floor of the house. And yeah, now we're just trying to decide what we're gonna do because everything's still such a mess down there. I'm afraid to put them down there, so I'm kind of thinking about leaving them up in the room for right now, possibly bringing tents in there. I don't know, we'll see.
Right on. Well, I'm sure it's going to be an ongoing battle for you then. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, and it just figures because I just got them looking good again, and then this goes and happens, and then I'm freaking out that we're going to have PM now, and I'm like, oh my God. So hopefully it's all okay. getting ready to flip the flower here this week too, so that'll be that's exciting. I'm super excited. We did find a couple males last night. The great goos are out.
Gone.
Damn.
All of them, huh?
Yep,
Really?
all of them.
Damn.
Yep. There was 3 of them. 2 of them were already showing, but the third has been my runt, and that was been stunted the whole time, and I just Spartan kicked it.
Well,
So
sometimes you got to
3
do
out. Yep, 3 are out, and there's one more that I'm on the fence about it, so we'll see how the next couple days play out. But that one might be also, it's my New England Hazy Kush one. So I thought that was a femme though, so I got to check my seed, go back to my seed stock little thingy, my little case, and read it, because I cannot for the life of me remember if it's a femme or not. And I thought it was, but we'll see.
Well, I'm curious to see what you get out of there.
Oh my gosh, me too. I'm so excited.
I'm really excited about your chem cookies.
Oh,
Honestly.
I know. They're so beautiful. Oh gosh,
Right.
they're so beautiful. Oh, it's just a good plant. It really is. It's a vigorous, nice, well-shaped plant. You do not really have to do much to it. So yeah, I really like that about it. All of the plants that I have going right now aren't really requiring a lot. All of them are real big leaves. They're not real tiny little stupid leaves that you got to be, like trop cookies and that.
Okay.
Trop cookies.
I know your love for the trop cookies is deep and wide.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, I got a little story here. So everybody knows how I feel about trop cookies. So, and obviously it's that terp. And, so Dingleberry over here the other night comes home with a clone, okay? And he's like, oh, I got this clone. I was like, oh, awesome. Okay, what is it? I was like, we really don't need any, but what is it? And he's like, super boof. I just looked at him and I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? He's like, what? And I was like, you don't pay attention to me, do you? I was like, because super boof and trop cookies is pretty much the same fucking thing. So, yeah.
Not excited about that, huh? Well, just have to leave that one for Troy and let him enjoy that one all on his own.
Exactly.
Welcome back.
Thanks. We all of a sudden I heard my inline fans going, but I have the door shut, and the cat had opened the door.
Oh my gosh.
But there's the stray cat on the other side, so they were about to fight. So it was just like an oh shit moment for a second.
You saved the brawl.
Yeah. So whoo, all good.
That's funny. How's the separation going?
They're still separated, which, like, I don't know. It's the feral, right? It's just acting on instinct and not knowing limits or listening to the other cat's limits, and oh well, it's a slow progressive thing.
Yep. Cats are picky.
Yeah, we can tell they like want to hang out and they want to like be near each other, but like they just don't know boundaries yet with each other. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the kitten loves everyone. She's like the glue that kind of holds everyone together. So at least something good came out of her being born suddenly.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Is that the little one who had like a little birthday yesterday?
Yes, she's 5 months old as of yesterday. Right now she's sitting in a basket and it's really cute. She's so cute. I love her.
She is really cute. Honey Bear Casey, no, he did not share that with me. So I'll be talking to him about that today.
It sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun. So we'll see.
It's
if we
like
have some time.
Disneyland for wheat growers.
Carol and Jack are
Very
picking
cool.
us up from the airport. So, and they are 80s, 80 plus. So, touring a facility might be on their agenda. But we'll see what we can do. I appreciate the invite, and we'll try to see what happens. I'm excited about going, you guys. ready to
Yeah,
get out of here.
yeah.
I bet.
Nice break, especially from all this crazy weather
And the
crazy-
MSU shootings, you guys, that was nuts. I mean,
I'm sure you're probably still feeling the repercussions of that down
that
there.
was crazy. I mean, for most of you, that don't know, I live like maybe a mile down the road from where that happened. Maybe. So it was pretty nuts. I mean, the guy had to drive right by our street before he went and killed himself down like maybe a half mile down the road. So
Crazy.
it was nuts, but
Some people need help.
I know. It's so scary nowadays, and
I know. So you just never know. Like when you're driving around and someone pisses you off in your car and you think about flipping them off or doing whatever, think twice anymore, man, because you just never know. It's nuts.
It is. It's a shame. You know.
But yeah, so we are definitely looking forward to getting out of here and relaxing and
warm
having
weather. Oh my God, warm weather.
warm weather and no responsibilities.
Yes,
Sounds amazing.
Yes, I know.
For a few days. My nephew and niece, my youngest nephew and niece turn 21
Wow.
next Monday. So this will be their first weekend where Aunt Karen can buy them a cocktail.
Exciting.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. We're looking forward to it.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
my niece and nephew are your age, Natalie, pretty much.
For those who don't know, Natalie doesn't really smoke. So now that her brain is fully developed at the age of 25, she's going to start getting super high, smoking all that she can consume.
Is that true?
Her nickname's gonna be Super Boof.
I doubt that.
I'm sure
He did
Charlie
actually.
can consume all your half.
For Christmas, he did buy me 2. What are they called?
I bought her like a shoveler and a little bong, and she was looking for sleepy weed. So we tried out some of red stuff and a couple other different strains. But cannabis just isn't for her.
I'm
Yeah,
just not
yeah.
a smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But if I ever want to pick it up, I know that I have pretty much an endless supply and lots of
Yes,
little
you
toys
do.
to use. So
You have plenty
Yeah.
of friends that'll help you too.
But
Oh,
prying
yeah.
it out of his hands might be tough. That's
No, yeah, and I'm
he's
not
trying
mad.
to just give it to me, actually.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm sure.
more for me.
Yeah.
She does like CBD a lot. Here's a weird question. I know people use CBD for their dogs. I have been very interested in using CBD for cats. I've done some research. Do you guys know anyone who, Painted Lady, you ever try that?
I have not, but I hadn't really ever needed it for any of my cats. Like they never acted like they needed any kind of anxiety relief or anything like that. So the only thing I've ever used on my cats, Babe gets RSO every now and then for her cancer. But other than that, no, I haven't tried it. But I'm sure it would work. I don't know why it wouldn't.
Yeah. The only concern that I note is cats' stomachs and their eating habits are very sensitive sometimes. So just dosing them with oil, it's a very low dose. And I did consult the vet. He's not really hip, and kind of like retired, and he did tell me to consult the Cornwell Institute. They say they have good research, but I just haven't gotten around to it. And Rusty Nails, my cats all do eat fan leaves except for one because it makes them puke. But we do have like the feral, and the other cat comes from a traumatic past that we're trying to help too. So I'm not trying to hurt the cats, but if it helps, right? Like a low dose or, I thought I'll try.
I've never experienced it with our animal.
Yeah, it's a lot rarer with cats, I find. But I know people who do use it with dogs with great success.
Yeah.
What are you guys smoking on this morning anyway?
We're smoking on Rainbow Driver.
Rainbow Driver.
Machiavelli.
Machiavelli, right on.
I
Blue
still have
Bay
my triple
muffin.
X.
Triple X,
What you
right
got?
on. So everybody's getting high off their own supply.
Always, yeah. Well, not always. Last night, I've been low on dabs. So last night I had like 5 jars with 1 or 2 dabs left, and I knocked all those jars out. It was a good time.
Right on, man. Right on.
For Growly was nice enough to send Sequence home with some dabs when he borrowed the chainsaw the other day from him, and so Sequence is sitting there like with a kid in a candy store, wanting to do these dabs, but you know what happens when we go on vacation and he doesn't have his dabs, so he's like, I'm gonna not do them this week.
Conserve, huh?
Yeah, like, yeah, I better save them for when we get back just in case. No, we don't want you to get sick on our whole vacation.
Yeah, don't want that.
Nope.
So when you guys leaving?
Thursday.
Thursday. Flying or driving?
A
Oh, you're
lion.
flying. Okay, cool.
Yep. We're airing it out.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No.
What are you getting into, Dan, this weekend?
Snowmobile. Snowmobile. When I go off the show, I'm going snowmobiling.
Really?
Yeah. Trish and I are gonna go out for a couple hours, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go out with my 2 son-in-laws. We're gonna go riding. Yeah, maybe meet up with my brother-in-law later. A lot of riding today and tomorrow. I've been missing it all year. It's been a shitty year.
Well, hopefully it's powdery for you.
Yeah, it's nice. We don't really have much of a base, but we've got 8 inches the other day, and we got another 4 inches last night. So
Wow.
it's looking good. I've been staring at the machines all day. They've been taunting me, but I know I gotta get my wake and bake on. So shout out to everybody here that could make it. And like we mentioned earlier, a lot of power outages for people down there in your guys' neck of the woods. And, that's why we're absent so many people.
Yep, crazy weather. That was definitely a day. I've driven a lot of storms before, but I've never had trees like coming down on top of the truck where I was like going through a car wash. It felt like they were that low down on the truck and having to dodge trees. I think that was what I was most worried about, is when I was driving, that a tree was just going to fall down on, I'm not worried about it in front of me, but I was afraid on top of me.
Absolutely, overloaded with ice, and it can accumulate weight very quick.
Yeah, I didn't even, my drive up, and it poured the whole time when I was driving to work. And then when I got there, when I turned onto their main road, I could tell that it was icy a little bit, but like the truck didn't really give too much because it's so heavy. So I didn't think that, I couldn't tell that it was that thick. Well, no sooner did I open the door and stick my foot on the ground, I found out real fast, and there went Tara.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's not the fun ride we get on.
No, it was not.
Yeah, hopefully everyone gets power back sooner than their estimated, time.
No.
Yeah.
Hard. And like when we went to get more generators yesterday, and Yeti had gone the night before and bought one, and they had just got a truck and sold out of that truck. Well, then that next morning we went again, and they just had another truck come with 26 on them. And you had to put your name on a list to even get one of those.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it was weird. So then you'd have one gas station would be open, but then like 4 more were closed, or you'd have one restaurant open, and it was hit or miss. It was really weird.
Sounds like chaos, Power is very vital to our commerce, that's for sure. It's our everyday life,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go out to dinner tonight for Natalie's birthday, and we're gonna call around before we head out. See who's got power.
Yeah. Hope you guys have a good day today, and
I do.
are able to find a nice
Thank
little
you.
restaurant.
Have a great birthday. Happy birthday to Miss Natalie.
Thank you.
She's got her unicorn cup. So she got it started out right.
We we opened her presents already. She got, and it was a garden theme for her.
Oh.
Excellent.
Ooh.
For sure. Plated
love
in
it.
silver, it looks like.
Single piece. Like I've had so many handles break that I was like, Natalie's getting one single piece
That's a nice
of
one.
metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got a repotting mat because we live in an apartment, so doing any kind of gardening is really messy and we don't really have the room for that. So
Yep.
like a little tarp basically. And then
Ooh, that's cute.
It's like a little propagation station.
yeah.
I love it.
Oh, I love it.
It's
Isn't
cute.
it cute?
Yeah.
Sure.
And he built it in like 1 minute for me so we could show it off.
That's even
Yeah.
Cute.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Skills.
That's not true. It took me like,
Okay, a couple minutes.
I was waking bacon, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I installed it wrong,
Wake
so I took it
bacon.
apart and it was installed correctly. So just making extra work. That's the one
Nice.
thing about the Machiavelli. Like it's just the only strain I have in like right now. I smoked everything else. And it is a nice high, but it hits and it makes you forgetful. And I know it's this strain because yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Certain strains just kind of make you a little dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Usually what gets me is when I switch up strains and start smoking something new and different. And maybe not something new, but something I haven't smoked in a while. And that's when I really get kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
agree,
about the dab roller coaster I did last night. Just like 5 different strains from all like very quality. Oh yeah, I thought I could do all 5 at once. I got
Superior.
done with 3 jars, and I was like, I need a break.
Entourage effect, at its max there, for sure.
Oh man.
I did some dabs of some Spice Bomb.
Dab
Shit.
like crazy on this rainbow
Yeah.
belts. I love it.
Which one is it? Rainbow Belt?
Rainbow belts, gosh. Oh,
Exciting. I
You
got
just-
that.
sorry, what'd you say, Dan?
What's it called? Oh God, Mr. Rainbows we got going on from ABC Code.
Yeah,
those are going pretty good. I'm pretty excited about those. As far as hashing, I got a lot of clones going of the blueberry muffin coming up for some hash run of that. That's some excellent terps, man.
Yeah, that is so
it's
awesome.
really something
I'm
special.
excited to see what you get out of that.
That was probably the best smelling strain I've ever grown.
I tell you, I got
It
a really
was
good cut of it.
Unreal.
It's just amazing.
I can't believe how much it smelled exactly like blueberry muffins.
Exactly.
What I'm
was-
smoking now.
Like people that didn't even smoke that I'm friends with, I would take them downstairs. I'm like, you just got to smell this. And they would be like, what in the fuck? I'm like, I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, and what's even crazier is it finishes in like 50, 55 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're nice colas and beautiful, lots of resin. So I'm real excited. I ran it. I just got it home. Shout out to Project Grows. I got the cut from him. I ran it, because I always like to grow things out before I wash them just to see how I can grow them. And it turned out real well. So now we got it clones up for production run for some hash. I'm excited about those. Pumped. Like looking forward to something new to test out. Shit. And I don't even care how it washes as far as percentage. I just know it's
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop some new seeds here soon. I did the same thing as Tara, where I'm finding the males, and unfortunately, I think my blue Raz is all male. So, but it's an opportunity for new flavors. This year is all about R&D. All new strains and a lot of pheno hunting, or not pheno hunting per se, but a lot of different strains, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, how many seeds do you sit on? You know, I sit on a shit ton, you know, and do I pop 10 in there, or should I pop a couple of these, couple of those, you know? You sit on straight, you know, we've been growing the same thing over and over and over and over. You know, we're ready for a lot of new, even though everything may not be a keeper, and, you know, some things you lose, and they're not, even though they're good strains, it's not so hard to lose them because you know you got so many seeds back. There's something else you're going to find. You know, curiosity gets the best of me sometimes, where I'll let clones die off that, you know, yeah, it was a good run, but is it worth running again, or is there better potential in other seeds we have? So just try to keep my plant count, you know, manageable.
Yeah, it can
Holy
get out of
shit.
hand really quick.
Yeah, you know, you can, yeah. It's easy to get out of hand. You know, so many clones, and then, you know, to me, it's okay to kill them off and let them go.
I think we should all take a moment to address the fact that Spartan Grown is up and has joined us. So good morning, Spartan.
Good morning, Spartan.
Cheers.
Good morning.
Cheers.
Welcome to this side of the AM.
It's not that early for him.
I'm just fucking with him. We all know he's not a morning person.
Not everybody is.
Nope. My neighbor, my friend next door.
You know, I wasn't for the longest time because I was a night shifter, but just in general as a person, I was really a crabby ass person in the morning. So, you know, I was not a good person to be around for a very long time. So, it's as I got older, I think it's adjusted. You better be quiet over there, mister.
I've always been a morning person.
Me too, Dan.
Yeah,
It's my favorite time of day.
Yeah, I get up earlier and earlier and earlier. It sucks, but yeah, I usually get up about 4, 3:30.
Oh, I don't get up that early.
Yeah, I get up early.
Sequence is not his favorite part about me, I don't think.
Now
But
that
it's
Natalie's
okay.
25, she gets up early. That 10-hour, 12-hour sleeping day of youth is gone.
Oh no.
I go to
I
bed early
know.
though, but
Well, welcome to adulthood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sucks
Although-
from here on out.
I was sleeping in well into my 30s, that's for sure.
well,
Yeah.
before, you know, when I was younger, you know, I get up early to, you know, we had a little drywall business, so I could do all my paperwork and get my day planned out before the kids got up and started their day. You know, couldn't focus. So that's when I started getting up early, and then I got used to it. Now we start work early, and I just, even on my days off, I still just normally just wake up, you know.
Wake and bake.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times. For sure, because definitely, full disclosure, this is not my wake and bake on any of these shows. This is definitely 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I got a pregame for sure. You know, shake out the cobwebs.
That's it, man. Thank you all for joining us this morning, though, in our rambles.
My veggie garden has started.
Awesome.
I'm super stoked.
What are you
That's
growing
awesome.
out there?
Yeah, some purple carrots, and
Okay.
I'm excited about that because on the package it said it was overpacked due to low germination, and I've got a shitload of them.
Good.
So
good.
yeah, stoked about that. I've never grown purple carrots, so that'll be really cool. And some onions and some golden, like, God, what was it? Golden something peppers. They're like little tiny peppers, but they're like a sweet hot.
Okay.
And some squash. So I have big squash plants that are already up and ready to be repotted, and some beets and some a crimson mix of lettuce. And is there something else? I feel like I'm missing something, but anyway, it's so fun to watch that shit grow. I don't know. I just remember when I was little. Don't you remember when you were little and you had those classes? I don't know if it's still happening now, but when I was little, and they were, we were in classes like science classes. We had to like have these take-home projects where we had little seeds and we'd put them in the window and shit, and then watch them grow. And I remember every morning I would get up and that'd be the first thing I did, was running over there to see if those seeds had sprouted, and it was so exciting. And I've just
There's
always
something
been
about
so.
creating life.
Yep, I don't know why. I've always been fascinated with it. So
I think in school we did the potato and toothpick thing, maybe. Set it in a cup, watch that
Yeah.
shit sprout.
yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited about it. So now I've just ordered all the little pots so that I can pot them up. The only problem is I have a shitload.
So what are you gonna have, a raised bed outside, or?
Well, Dan, now that you mention it, now that I have no tree,
Absolutely.
as you can see,
You
my
got a lot more
crabapple tree is
sun.
in pieces right here.
Uh-huh.
It used to shade my entire deck. Guess what? Now I have lots more sun. So now I can put stuff all over my deck in like little plant potters or whatever. But maybe we'll do a little raised bed or
You could
something
do like
somewhere.
a 2 foot by 6 foot raised bed.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Because that tree used to shade like this whole area. And now it's looking ripe for a hot tub, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, I'd like a hot
Good.
tub too. Hot tub.
Yeah, there
And
you
I'll
go.
plant 2 trees somewhere else. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm really stoked for the new garden
we need to
season.
get a poll going. Hot tub or raised bed.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, both.
Yeah, you could put the raised bed on the ground and the hot tub on the deck. I'm all for that shit.
I think the
Definitely both.
tree pulled right out of the ground, like roots and all. So I think all we have to do is just maybe put like a, we can either do a cement slab or do like a few pavers, like just some square pavers or something, level it off, put some sand down, tamp it down, and put some pavers on there and slap a hot tub on it. And
Invite your friends over.
party. No.
Party.
Anyway, but yeah, trying to think positively, trying to spin it. I mean, I'm gonna miss my beautiful crabapple tree. It was so beautiful in the springtime. It was like these bright fuchsia color flowers, and it was just so beautiful. My friend next door, came out and was like, "No." I know.
So did it spit petals all over every spring and stuff? And it was a big mess too.
Easy. I mean, I just get the blower out. No big deal. No bigs. I loved it. And it provided really nice shade over my deck. And then we put these really cute solar lights up there last summer. And so we could see. It was really, man, I'm just bummed.
Well, if you're going to plant two new trees, you should plant like fruit trees. Those would be cool.
Yeah, I should.
That'd be awesome.
I'm going to lose my tree in the front too, because the city keeps coming by and it's right under the power line. So of course they trim all of it back and don't give a shit about the health of the tree. So they've cut it back so bad without even, thinking about the health of the tree, and it's suffered. And so now it's suffered so bad that they're coming and take the whole thing out. So I'm waiting for them to take the whole thing out. Man, that's going to suck, because that provided a lot of shade for the front of our house, because it's, we face east. So all that morning sun's going to come blasting in the front of the house, and
hell yeah, it's going to
kind of bummed. So I'll plant them out there. When they take that tree, I'll plant the new 2 trees. I'll just plant littler ones so they don't grow up that high into the power lines, like the little fruit trees.
Yes. And you guys have nice weather down there to, get them to produce anyway.
Yeah. The only problem is that's where all the dogs walk by, so they're always peeing on stuff out there. It's like, man,
make your
tough to
soil
keep all that pee off there.
A lot of nitrates.
Yeah. Man, Noob, I'm so jealous of your garden all the time. You have the most beautiful garden, and all year round to grow it in. That's got to be nice. We have like 3 months. Oh well.
Yeah,
Gotta
I'm
take
excited
advantage.
for outdoor growing this year. Is going to be great. Hopefully we get it
stoked.
early spring.
Now I have room on the deck to maybe throw a couple autos out there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anybody have a suggestion of any autos I should run?
I might have to say 2020.
Yeah. I think 2020 is where it's at right now.
Which one though?
We grew a lot of their autos last year. Had a really good run with a lot of them. A lot, like 6 strains. I can't even name them all. But
I haven't had any of the ones that Porch has recently grown, so I'm not
Yeah.
sure on terps on those. I had one that I believe it was an auto. I could be wrong, but Scobo Grow, I think it was Smell of Success. I thought that was an auto. I could be wrong though, but that was really good. Very berry-like.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I like berries.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway, I've never grown one, so I've always just wanted to kind of put one in a pot and set it on the deck and just kind of leave her be.
I'm growing all blueberry muffin outside this year.
Ooh.
Oh, it's gonna smell so good.
In the greenhouse. So yeah, it's gonna be all blueberry muffin.
Oh, can't believe that's.
Oh man, I wonder if that's gonna attract like critters.
I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah.
It'll be done early because I know it finishes early. So I'm
Yeah.
real
that's
excited
for
about
sure.
that. Yeah. It's a beautiful, beautiful plant.
You'll walk outside and there's bear out there.
Because it's loud. Those terps are just loud.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Weak smoke, it's okay. Just keep smoking it. I enjoy it. I got a pretty high tolerance, and I keep coming back to it. Maybe not my first choice all the time. It's definitely a good daytime smoke.
I've never grown an auto. Nothing against it, just have never.
Me either.
I've grown a few of them, yeah.
I like the idea of doing both and just like letting one sit around in the same time and just harvesting a small. Yeah.
I used to think, grow them while we veg, but it would overtake my veg, and now I got another flower growing. I tried it for a little while when I started growing out initially, but I can get just as fast results with clones that I can repeat time after time after time.
I've also
I
never
understand
used feminized seeds.
people's needs, where they can only grow a couple plants, and I get it. If you don't have room for a veg tent, a flower tent, you can run autos. I'm not shaming on autos by any means,
Did you say you've never grown femmes?
Who, me?
Yeah, I just a regular seed grower.
Wow.
Really?
Amazing.
Did not know that.
I grow
Interesting.
regs. Autos.
I have some. Like people have given them to me, but I like reg. I don't know, something about it.
I've grown both.
Cool.
I sure like femmes better just because it eliminates that, just like we uppotted that the last round and then found out a couple of them were males, but no big deal. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but still,
Yeah,
femmes are
I
just
can I can see somebody's reaction to not wanting to grow out a male because it's an investment, time and food and energy, especially when you're growing in
Right.
there's a market for each one of those kind of seeds, and I don't bag on any of them. Grow what you can as long as you can produce your own. Whatever it takes you to get there.
Yeah, Newt makes a good point that they're really useful if you don't breed. And personally, I have never breeded, but when I have more space, it's something I'm interested in. I also have always cloned my plants because I've never wanted to lose genetics, right? Like if I found Excalibur or whatever, I don't want to lose it without thinking it's some silly prop sword equivalent. So if I find something that I really like and I have a couple of seeds later, it's like, okay, maybe I want to get a male of this and see what I can find too.
Yeah. I've always wanted to try my hand at breeding. Not breeding, but just,
Yeah.
making seeds.
Creating
Same,
your
yeah,
own.
making
Just-
seeds. Yeah.
Let's call it that. And just because, like, oh man, I had an awesome Jack the Ripper, I think, one time, and I was like, oh man, would have been great. But I don't know.
You know, I
Maybe it
think
wasn't
that's
Jack
like
the Ripper. I don't
preserving
remember what it
home
was.
stock. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know, you pop 2 beans out of a reg pack. You know, you find a keeper of each male and female, and now you can kind of keep your same lineage going without having to reinvest. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to be a little bit, I think it's understated the value of being self sufficient and how many seeds you could have for yourself. Maybe like not now, but later. Yeah. Little safety bank.
Right on. Right on. Nothing wrong with that. I love it. I got all kinds of seeds I grew. None of them intentional.
I save all the bag seeds. Like if I find something, I label it, I save it. Like,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
I've grown a couple
Little
of them
nerd.
out, but, you know,
This is-
them herm fucking seeds you get. You know, okay. I've grown a couple of them out.
Yeah,
Didn't
no,
keep any of them.
I think you can definitely find gems anywhere. So like respect to all seeds and breeding and all of that.
For sure.
You know what I've been thinking about doing when I take Diamond for walks every day? I take her for a walk, well, unless it's shitty weather, and I just would love to, like, as I'm walking, just throw one of my seeds in everybody's yard as I'm just going
Do it.
along, and just
Do
like see how many of them grow. And
They probably get mowed down by lawnmowers and shit, but hey,
well, but like strategically place them in like the
okay.
flower bed or something, like,
Hell yeah.
you know, or I don't know,
One
just to
for
see
you.
how many of them go. Would be funny.
Yeah.
Be a funny experiment.
I think they should grow wildly everywhere.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out
say
to
do
everybody who's joining us. 94 of you people listening.
Cheers, everybody.
Dan,
Yes.
I'm so deaf I can hardly hear half of what you're saying.
Sorry, I'm sitting back. And I mumble. I get told a lot when I mumble. Usually it's just I'm highly medicated.
Yeah.
I think I'm being loud. It's loud in my head.
Oh man, I'm trying to figure out what seeds we're going to grow outside this year. Which strains? Be a fun little decision, like it is every year.
Well, you have plenty to choose from.
I know. Maybe try my hand at some of those Irie testers that we sent out, the Chernobyl crosses, maybe, or maybe that Afterglow cross would be kind of good. So let's check it out. I've got more sun now.
You are loaded on sunshine.
Well, not loaded, but I've got a lot more. So that's, I mean, I'd rather have my tree, but it'll be nice.
I'm hoping to grow something outside. It'll probably be vegetables, but better than nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
I
valuable
just got
crop.
roots coming on my new clones just a couple days ago, so I just switched over to Grodan trays, and they be banging.
I love them.
I love it. It was so exciting. I was so excited. I know I jumped up and down when I saw them.
Yeah, they're cool. Just set them and forget them. I get roots in like 6 days.
Oh yeah, because I was trying to think back when I cut them, and it would be just right around probably 6-7 days right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm happy. I didn't think that they wouldn't. I didn't have any problem. I didn't think I was doubtful there, but it's super nice to see them. Just
Yeah, we use them at work, and Noah crushes it with them. So
love them. That's why I bought them, because I loved using them there. So they're sturdy. That's the other thing. So they're a little bit more expensive than what you would normally buy, but it's a really hard plastic material that's it's very hard. I mean, you can scrub the hell out of them
Yes,
with a
durable.
nice scrub brush to get them all nice and clean. And I like that about them because they're really sturdy and they hold up to all of that abuse. And I really feel I paid $15 a tray. And for the money, I really feel like I'll definitely get my money's worth. No problem.
Absolutely. They're great product.
Yeah.
And for a home situation, you really only need a couple trays. I mean, I probably only need
I got one.
I probably only need one. But I got
That's
two.
it.
But I got two.
2 words.
I can never just do one of anything.
Yeah, usually they're sitting in a cup waiting to get into the cloner. At my place, sometimes they root in the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to figure out when we're going to flip. Because
Yeah,
those
we're going
plants
to this
are
week.
big.
Yes,
Already.
they are. They're very big.
That's what
That's all right.
happens.
Take some nice clones, top them bitches before you guys leave. Take some clones. Go on vacation. By the time you come back, they'll be healed and ready to flip. And there you go.
Oh, we're not even doing
You'll be
clones,
banging.
Dan. We've got so many seeds. We're not worrying about. We're not taking clones anymore. But yeah, I don't know. I think we have to pot up the Arise and Golden Goats
I'd
in
still
the 3
definitely
gals first, and then flip them all once we get back, probably. But there's the other ones. Those Las Vegas Lemon Skunk and Endgame are at least they're hip height, about to here already.
I've got a couple like that too, girl. And I've already topped mine once. So I think I'm going to actually go ahead and top again, just because it's either if I don't do that, I'm going to have to super crop them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and do it now and get them all even, slow them down a little bit, and then flip it over.
Yep. It'll probably be done right before we start putting the outdoors outside. Thinking.
just in time to get you through till summer.
Yeah.
Right.
So, do you guys have plans for your next crop since you're not taking clones? I mean, are you
Nope.
popping beans now? I mean, you have backup. We're just gonna.
We're not going to run during the
Alright.
summertime indoor.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we'll just run outdoor. I think we're just going to do it twice a year, outdoor and then one indoor.
Okay.
So that's our plans. Because I mean, we're still smoking on the 1 bin of XXX from last summer, and I've got like 4 or 5 other plants binned up. So
This is a demanding hobby. It really is. I see a lot of people come and go in the growing at home growers, and actually, shout out to all the grow supply stores because they're kind of struggling around here, especially
big time,
when
Dan.
recreational first came legal. There was a lot of people interested in growing at home. The market was huge, and all these stores open. Now they're closing and shit because the market's just not there because people realize that, hey, growing this and making it a hobby is a very demanding it's you do successfully on a whim. You have to commit 120% to your garden and your commitment to that garden. Do you follow what I'm saying? You guys experience that?
I can sort of hear you.
Sorry.
We weren't following you. Sorry, Dan. We just got the last
I'm
bit.
so stoned. I was just expressing the grow stores around here are diminishing because the lack of the lack of interest because of how much work it takes to be successful at growing. And,
Yeah.
expressing concerns for grow stores.
Feeling the hit, it's a trickle down,
Yeah, it's just a commitment to be in this hobby, and be successful in this hobby.
I know. I was thinking the other day, I was wondering, like, how much money, I wish I could keep track or figure out how much money I've spent on growing. Like since I discovered this hobby, like I wonder how much money I've spent on it. Just like, upgrading lights and the soil and cocoa or nutrients or whatever else.
Have you ever seen that show called or that movie called Money Pit a long time ago?
I loved that movie.
Yeah, with that mansion and shit. That's basically like growing cannabis.
Kind of.
Just joking. It all depends on your ability and your commitment and what your aspirations are.
Yeah. But you can also do it really cheaply too.
Yeah, I was gonna say less than if you're a regular smoker, it's definitely cheaper than purchasing on the regular.
Yeah.
I smoke like an ounce a week.
I don't even know how much I smoke, Astro. Like I've wondered.
Do it. Put out like an eighth jar and see how long it takes you to like finish that.
Yeah.
And then if you're refilling it, put out a quarter next time. See how long it takes you to finish it in a week.
We empty that 8th jar by 4 p.m.
That's what I'm talking about, Dan.
That's on our that's our requirement just to make it through the day.
Yeah, no, it'll put things in perspective. Like I'm a nerd on numbers. I love data. So
yeah.
And it'll
I'm
help
curious.
you. Yeah, I have a relatively small garden. And that's why I like rotate rather than have one full harvest. I mean, I'm gonna pull up one plant down in a week, and I'm gonna put one plant or two plants in. Actually, that's not true. I'm about to put a bunch of little plants in there, maybe like 4 to 6. But I'm flipping them early so they shouldn't get too big. And it's the seed hunt or whatever. I'll also be putting up another tent, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's great. I love perpetual, and that's the way I am. It's all perpetual. We may take down 2, we may take down 6. It all depends on how big we veg them at the time.
Yeah,
if we're doing a mom flip or something like that.
I'd pull on average 6 ounces. 6 ounces off a plant, in a 4x4. Depending on how many plants I have in there, but that's a good average, I think. So that's 6 weeks of smoke for me, right? So I don't know. Yeah, calculate how much you smoke. But it's always cheaper. To grow your own.
Usually Sequence and I share bowls, so it would be, I mean, we could calculate how much we smoke together, I suppose, but yeah, I would like to know. I've always wanted to know because I mean, we're getting through that XXX now. I'm kind of nervous because it's my favorite, and I think all the rest of our bins are like heavy stuff. So I'm like, oh no.
That means this is what I use. Stick the XXX to the side.
Yeah, so start hiding that shit until later.
You got what you like knocked up. And
Yeah.
got it there for you.
True. Yeah, I really, really do like that strain. It's a really nice one.
Yeah, some of them strains, like I swear it's the GG4s. I'll dig that whenever I got that available. That's when I'm grabbing it first thing.
So great. It's phenomenal.
Even first thing in the morning. So it takes care
All
of
day
me.
long.
Yeah, I can't grow enough of it, but it's too wispy to grow. It flops everywhere with these big old grenades. So I try to keep a steady supply of it. Love it. And it makes good hash rosin. I love it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It really does.
My mouth's watering.
I haven't had it.
Rosin.
It's good.
Love it.
That's awesome, Rusty Niels. I'm stoked to run some of Russ Jeff's new stuff too. So I've just always, I can't say enough good things about Irie. I know I'm like, I know you've run them before, Astro. I just for some reason his strains just hit with me. Like they're just.
Oh yeah, he's got great stuff.
I would absolutely run
they
his
hit
genetics
with
for
me.
sure.
I don't know what I think we like the same stuff because I like to be anxious and and yeah, like
I like
okay,
zooming,
what do we do
man.
next?
Yeah, sear
I
the
smoke all
60
day.
down.
Yeah, the sleepy, sleepy stuff goes to the side a lot of times.
Yep, but I
Um,
just don't like that. I want to be like up and doing stuff and like, all right, where are we going? Let's go.
yeah,
What
yeah.
needs to be cleaned?
I can do all that stuff and smoke my indicas still.
Oh man, I have a rough
Yeah.
time. Like, oh man, I gotta sit down.
I
gotta
enjoy
take
it
a
all.
nap.
Uppers, downers, love it all. Enjoy it all.
Yeah, I'm
Look
really big
at
on
it.
mixing things right now, like blends, and
Right
how.
on.
Yeah, yeah, because they definitely affect, like you were saying, mix all three together. But try a couple of blends together on the reg and see the kind of crazy effects. I've also had stuff that I didn't think was good, you know, or but then you pair it with something else and you're like, whoa, this is crazy now.
Yeah, that's that entourage effect coming together and working its magic, you know. Dig it, dig it. Love blending it. I love doing the donuts, you know, where we're taking the rosin from one and blending it in with the meat from another, and that gives a really good entourage effect. Usually I'm smoking them all by myself, and it's
I'm
amazing.
just gonna go like this when I need you to up the volume, Dan.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'll do it. Sorry. Just don't.
I hope everyone's baked.
Yes, yes. All right. Sorry.
I have it down low. I have my volume down low too because Sequence is upstairs sleeping and his girls are downstairs sleeping too. So I'm kind of like trying not to be. So I have the volume low, and then you're talking low, and I'm like, fuck, I'm screwed. Can't hear anything.
I apologize again.
No worries.
No worries.
Well, it's been a good morning, you guys. I'm glad you guys could join, and glad everybody in chat could join. Thanks for joining us today.
Hope everybody gets power back and has a safe weekend. Stay warm.
Absolutely.
Have fun riding, Dan.
Oh, I'm gonna have a blast.
I'm sure you will.
We're gonna have a good time.
Have a great birthday, Natalie.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Natalie.
Yeah.
Have a great dinner tonight, you guys.
Yeah, you're just gonna call around, you said?
Yeah, there's a couple options we have listed, and we'll just call and see if they got power and are available, and we'll head out and have a nice time.
Nice.
So, Natalie, what's your choice? What's your favorite food?
Well, I really like seafood, so that sounds pretty good, I think. But if I don't have to cook, I'm fine with that. I'm really not being picky. I don't want to cook or do dishes. That's what I said for today.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Done and done.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have a great rest of your birthday. I can't even, to be 25 again. Oh, man.
I had 2 kids.
I did too.
My ass off hanging drywall. That's what I was doing when I was 25.
Working at the hospital on night shifts, what I was doing.
I was taking a lot of acid. And going to a lot of rock concerts.
Wow. Yeah, we lived a different life. But now, you know, I'm pretty young. I still get to live a great life, you know.
Yeah.
And my kids are actually, you know, we just found out we're going to be grandparents 2 more times. So both my daughters are pregnant.
Amazing.
Congrats.
3 grandbabies. We're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you hear me? My mom.
Yep. I did.
But yeah, so we're excited about that. You know,
that's awesome. Congrats.
Life-changing events and stuff.
They are the best grandparents ever. Ever.
We love it. We love it. It's like a second chance.
Yep.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
The best grandma ever.
We got great children and even greater grandbabies. Like say 2 boys.
I know.
So it's like
so cool.
I'm gonna have like 6 extra fishing poles.
Yep.
Great.
Well,
thank you, chat.
Anybody have any last minute words?
have a great weekend.
You know,
Thanks
yeah,
for joining
everybody
us.
have a great
Yeah.
weekend. Be safe. And
See
Yeah.
you
thank you for
Sunday at
joining
9
us.
o'clock on the Michigan Bros Grove Show, Sunday at 9.
Absolutely. Join us tomorrow night, and we will be seeing you guys then. Have a great weekend. And
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
party on, Garth.
Cheers.
Party on, Wayne.